It's a lovely afternoon here in the city of Santa Ana. Temperatures in the mid 70s as we set the scene for today's soccer match between the visiting Hornets of Fullerton College and your Santa Ana Dons. My name is Noah Alvarez. Thanks for tuning in to the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel, wherever you may be tuning in from. It's the first conference match of the 2025 season as the Dons begin conference play this afternoon. The preseason hasn't been kind to Santa Ana, who has dealt with their handful of injuries and haven't found a consistent flow to their offense. They only have one goal through their first 6 matches and have yet to earn their first victory. Keep in mind, though, this is a very young and inexperienced roster. One sophomore and 18 freshmen this season for 11th year head coach Jamie Baquero. Regardless, the Dons look to bounce back onto the right track today versus Fullerton College. The visiting Hornets enter today's match with a 2-5 record on the season. They are led by head coach Pam Lewin, who is in her 25th year as the head of the program. Fullerton also has a young roster this year, 18 freshmen, alongside only 4 sophomores. The Hornets are coming off 3 straight losses, but they are battle-tested after a very tough preseason schedule. 3 of their 7 opponents ranked in the top 10 in the state of California. We'll see how they fare this afternoon in the Orange Empire Conference opener. Santa Ana is on the left on your screen in their red kits, Fullerton in their visiting white kits, as you see on your screen. We're going to cut to a commercial break for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have the players to keep an eye on, as well as starting lineups. It's about that time here for Don Soccer on this Tuesday afternoon. Glad you can join us. Whether you're watching live or watching the replay at a later date, we appreciate you for tuning in to the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. My name is Noah Alvarez. Don's taking on the Hornets of Fullerton College for their Orange Empire Conference opener. Dons are in their red kits, Fullerton in their white kits. Some players to keep an eye on. For the Dons, keep an eye on goalkeeper Eli Frias. She's a redshirt freshman from Orange High School. She made her first start last week, a week ago from today, and she recorded 8 saves in a 0-0 draw this past Tuesday to Allen Hancock College. For Fullerton, keep an eye on forward Eddie Pfefferkorn. The freshman leads the team with 2 assists on the season and has contributed 1 goal as well. So keep an eye on number 24 in the Fullerton attack. Dons break the huddle. While we have this break in the action, we're going to go ahead and throw up this QR code for you. Again, just a reminder, you can donate directly to the Santa Ana College Athletic Program. Know that your support goes directly towards helping our student athletes thrive both on and off the field. With your donation, these athletes will have the tools, resources, and opportunities to continue competing at a high level and representing Santa Ana College with pride. Your donation truly makes a difference. We appreciate you for supporting the Santa Ana College athletics family. So Santa Ana's ready, lined up to go here, and we'll get you the starting 11. In goal, it's Eli Fria. She wears number 1. We told you she's a player to keep an eye on. She wears the purple uniform. On the back line, you have the 2 center backs, Alexis Chavez and Ashley Marino. Right wing back, Amy Ramos. Left wing back, Gia Inaosa. At that center defensive mid, Annie Zuniga. And we'll see who was up in attack as we have Vicky Diaz, Diane Bernal, along with Paulette Munoz, and Samantha Hernandez, along with starting 11 for your Santa Ana Dons. They go from left to right on your screen. Dons in the red kits. Fullerton in their visiting whites. We'll get you their starting lineup as well. In goal, it's Kimmy Sperling. Around her, it'll be Laura Velez, Mia Carrillo, Gisela de la Rosa, Layla Barnhart, Cheyenne Rivanis, Brooklyn Martinez, Natalie Ramos, Edie Pfefferkorn, Liliana Prieto, and Daisy Batista. To throw in on the far side for Fullerton College, they go from right to left. They're led by 25th year head coach Pam Lewin. Took over this program in 2001. The Orange Empire Conference starts for both these teams this afternoon. Dons 0-2-4, Fullerton 2-5. Bad pass here for the Dons, and Fullerton has the ball, and they're attacking third just above the 18. Here's a chance for De La Rosa. De La Rosa gets it poked away by Gia Inaosa. The Dons prove to be stout once again. Throw in for the Dons on the far side. If you look at like opponents, the only team that both these teams faced in the preseason was LA Harbor. Fullerton defeated LA Harbor back on September 9th by a score of 1-0, while the Dons earned a draw against LA Harbor on Friday, September 12th. Ball bounces around midfield. It's Fullerton who remains in control. Hernandez applies some pressure and generates a steal before Fullerton gets it right back, and they play it back to their keeper. First you're seeing of Kimmy Sperling on your screen. She wears the bright lime green uniform. Only 4 sophomores on the roster, 18 freshmen. Both teams have 18 freshmen, so both relatively young squads here in the Orange Empire Conference. A conference that has 4 of their teams ranked in the top 20 in the state of California. Here's a long pass over to the other side of the field, a chance for Edie Pfefferkorn. Pfefferkorn looks to cross it right to Chavez, and she gets the first touch, clears it out of harm's way, and it's up ahead to Hernandez. Head referee today is Steve Skilly. Rudy Munoz, the referee on the near side. Bob Mirko Devandi, referee on the far side. Pfefferkorn in possession, lays it off wide, and it's a long pass. Goal kick for Frias and the Dons. Pass intended for Diaz. She has it on the near side. The only sophomore on the roster for the Dons, the younger sister of Samantha Diaz, who we saw here play 2 seasons at Santa Ana College, both in 23 and 24. Throw in for Amy Ramos. Heavy touch by Diaz, and it goes out of bounds. A throw in for Fullerton. Carrillo throws it in. Finds her midfielder Ramos. Ramos plays it back for Rivanis. Velez sends it up ahead for Fullerton. They play it back. Now Rivanis looks for Ramos. Lets it through for Pfefferkorn. Near midfield. Fullerton still in possession, right to left on your screen. Martinez sends it long on the far side for Prieto. It's a throw in for the Dons on the far side. Pass too long for the intended target. If you look at the other Orange Empire Conference matches going on today, Irvine at Orange Coast, that game is scoreless. Golden West at Saddleback, that game also scoreless. And Santiago Canyon at Cypress College. All three games scoreless at the moment. Diaz fights for possession for the Dons. Dribbles through two defenders now towards midfield. Runs into her own teammate. Fullerton comes up away with another takeaway. Barnhart plays it on the ground for Pfefferkorn. Plays it off of Ramos's face. We hope Ramos is okay. She gives a thumbs up to head referee Steve Skilly. Play continues. Throw in for Carrillo. There's Edie Pfefferkorn. She leaves the team with 2 assists, 1 goal. There's 5 players tied with 1 goal on the Fullerton College roster. The Dons still only have 1 goal in the season. That's to Diane Bernal. She's number 8, wears the knee brace on her left knee. Carrillo to throw it in to Prieto. Heavy touch by Carrillo, and to throw in for the Dons on the near side. The Dons do like to favor this right side of their attack. Ramos at that right wing-back position. Bernal. I've seen her play a few different positions at that right winger, or sometimes as a striker alone in the attack. But it looks like she starts on the right side today. Fullerton gets it back. Bernal intercepts this pass. Now the Dons in possession. Bernal dribbles it away from the Hornets pressing. Ahead to Damien. Damien battles, and off the ricochet goes to Diaz. Diaz takes her time, plays it back for her teammate Zuniga. Diaz was looking for a teammate to cross it to, and a pass. Eventually goes back to Bernal. Bernal at the top of the 18. Fighting against Barnhart for possession, and it's going to be a throw in for Santa Ana down near the corner. Diaz plays it off of one of the Fullerton defenders, and it's the first corner kick of the afternoon. Thanks again for tuning in to Don Soccer here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Chance for a Don set piece. Annie Zuniga, freshman from Garden Grove, to take this corner kick on the near side. Low, towards the top of the box. Bernal's the one who puts a shot. Here's another shot off the crossbar. Doesn't go in. It's still a fight for the loose ball. Out to Zuniga here on the near side. She wants to cross it back in. Lofts this one high, and it's the keeper, Sperling, who gets both hands on it. Best chance of the afternoon thus far for either team early in this match. 9 minutes into the match. Dons and Fullerton scoreless. Zuniga makes an errant pass, and Sperling grabs it. She's a sophomore from Menifee, California. That's out in the Inland Empire. Throw in for the Dons, and Hina Osa to take the throw in. Off of Fullerton, another throw in for the Dons, deeper towards the corner. Bernal in possession. Takes a churn on the left side. Off Fullerton, and no, they're going to say it's a goal kick for the keeper Sperling. So missed opportunity there for the Dons. If you look ahead at their schedule, the Dons will be at Golden West College this upcoming Friday on October 3rd. The next time they'll be at home will be this upcoming Tuesday, October 7th, as they host Irvine Valley College. Kickoff set at 3 p.m. After that, they host Orange Coast College on the 14th of October. And on Friday, we'll have a triple header as the women's team will host Saddleback, then the men's team will host Saddleback, and then we'll have a volleyball game here, all on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. That's October 17th, as you look ahead of some of the games the Dons have upcoming on their schedule. Very tough Orange Empire Conference. Dons fight to keep possession here. Ramos will play it back. Chavez, one of those center backs that's been very important for the Dons this season. Her and Marino have been pivotal in keeping opposing teams off the scoreboard. The only time they've allowed multiple goals was that match against Palomar College, who was head and shoulders, much more experienced roster and a different level of talent. But in the Compton game and LA Valley game, they only gave up 1 goal. So if you take away that Palomar College game, they've only given up 2 goals on the season. Cleared out of bounds by Fullerton to throw in for the Dons on the far side. But we mentioned 4 teams ranked inside the top 20 in the 3C2A. Saddleback currently ranked first overall. At 7, it's Cypress College. At 8, it's Golden West. And at 17, it's Santiago Canyon. Damien turns this ball over. Fullerton dribbles it past a few defenders, and now Chavez and Frias will gather it here at the top of the 18. Frias does have a powerful leg. She shows it here. She gets it ahead. Cross midfield to Diaz. Vicky Diaz. Now Zuniga. It's going to be a throw-in for the Dons here on the near side. Zuniga wants to play it in quickly. Bernal and Diaz there on that side. She looks for Hernandez in the middle. Hernandez started 4 matches at the keeper position when Frias was out due to an injury. Ahead to Hernandez, deep in the corner. Only 1 defender there. It's going to be a throw-in right next to the flag. So deep in Don's territory on the near side. Zuniga throws it into Hernandez. Hernandez wanted to take a turn. Instead, it goes out of bounds. And it's a goal kick here for Kimmy Sperling. Fullerton, led by 25th-year head coach Pam Lewin. They're coming off 3 straight losses to Cerritos College, Moore Park, and Long Beach City. Long Beach City, one of the top teams in the state of California. In this most recent rankings that were released earlier today, ranked 3 overall. Fullerton gets it past midfield. Chance here for Martinez on ball. The Fullerton dribbles it alongside. Far side, now they look to switch fields and play it back. Barnhart has possession on the ground for Carrillo. A pass for Ramos. Ramos fires it forward. Flag was going to go up. One of the Fullerton attackers was offsides. Frias makes a dangerous play, and Fullerton pokes it away. It is a throw-in. That was Gisela de la Rosa. She was offsides, and because she went for the ball, they're going to call the offside flag. Far side referee, Bob Mirko Devandi, makes the call. Fullerton gets it back here on the far side. Deep in the corner, Hossa takes a tumble, and now there's a whistle. A foul on Fullerton, the first of the afternoon. Hossa plays it on the ground for Marina. Off the foot of Fullerton, it's a throw-in for the Dons up the far sideline. Substitution set to come in, the first of the afternoon. Dons 0-2-4. Fullerton 2-5. But none of that matters now. It's Orange Empire Conference season. Conference records carry more weight as we'll see the first substitution. Ashley Martinez checks in for Samantha Hernandez. We've seen Martinez play a little bit of everywhere this season. She's a freshman from Troy. She's played up in the attack at the forward position. We've also seen her back on the back line as a defender. She started the first match of the season as the keeper for the Dons. That was back against Cuyamaca College at the very beginning of September. Another throw-in for the Dons off the head of Fullerton. A throw-in for Fullerton. That one's off Bernal. So the Dons lose possession. We'll see what Fullerton can do here. 16 minutes of the match. Thanks again for tuning in to Don Soccer on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. They chip it ahead. No one there for Fullerton. Chavez gets a touch. Plays it here on the near side for Ramos. Now to Martinez. Martinez looks for Zuniga. Barnhart. Ahead to Correa now for Fullerton. Zuniga intercepts this pass. Bernal had to stop and get this one. Ramos sends it long on the far side. Hinojosa shows off really good speed. Maybe a chance here for Hinojosa and the Dons. It does roll out. A goal kick for Fullerton College. Hinojosa and Zuniga, probably the two fastest players we've seen in the Dons attack. Bernal you can throw up there as well. Just from what we've seen here on the pitch at the home matches. Sperling plays it on the ground for Carrillo on the near side. Now to Pfefferkorn. She wears the captain band on her right arm. Leads the team with 4 points on the year, 2 assists and 1 goal. Fullerton switches fields. Here's a pass intended for Pfefferkorn. It gets past Chavez. Frias at the top of the 18. Pfefferkorn now by herself. A wide open goal, and Fullerton strikes first. 1-0 is the score in the 18th minute of the first half. Pfefferkorn gets her second goal of the season. We'll see if they credit an assist to anybody here for Fullerton College. It was a long pass from the right side that allowed Pfefferkorn to have the opening. Once Chavez missed that ball, it was between her and one-on-one with Elizabeth Frias, the keeper. Frias take an angle, but Pfefferkorn was able to take a touch, and that provided a one-on-one opportunity on the far side of the 18. Assist goes to Laura Velez. Fullerton leads 1-0 here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. That's Damien who takes the tumble. Foul called by head referee Steve Skilly. Bernal has it in the attacking third for the Dons. Looks for a teammate to pass it off to. Diaz, now with their left foot, into a crowd of Hornets. White kits momentarily clear. Damien gets it back for the Dons. Zuniga takes a touch. Back to Munoz. Coaching staff urges the Dons to keep it moving. Martinez can't hold possession. Dons are led by 11th year head coach Jamie Baquero, assistant Jerry Keeler on the staff. Fullerton, on the other hand, led by head coach Pam Lewin, assistants Chris Flores, Michael Alvarez, Hugo Gonzalez, and Kayla Perez. Diaz heads this one to Zuniga, just past midfield. Diaz back to Ramos. Zuniga takes a bump. Trapped between two players, and that's Pfefferkorn who generates another takeaway for the Hornets. Hinojosa deflects this pass. Munoz plays it back for the Dons. Chavez to Ramos. Martinez ahead to Bernal. Barnhart there. She's going to play it back for her keeper. No one presses up on the keeper, Sperling. Sperling to Batista. Batista to Ramos. Ramos sends it long. Chavez gets a header on it, but off the ricochet goes right to Prieto. Pfefferkorn has it at this left winger position. Churns, leaves it off for Carrillo. Carrillo works against Ramos, takes a bump, wins through a challenge. Now here in the near corner, Ramos down on the turf. Carrillo still has possession. Now to Pfefferkorn, she backs away to her teammate Ramos. Ramos looks for an opening. Blast it with the right foot wide left of the goal, and that's going to be a goal kick for Frias. Second shot of the afternoon for Fullerton. Both teams now have 2 shots. #21st minute of the first half of action. Orange Empire Conference opener against the Fullerton Hornets. Dons will be at Golden West College this Friday. Here's a left-footed shot there. Off target, wide right. Daisy Bautista falls down to the ground as she takes the shot. It's a very tough Orange Empire Conference this year. We mentioned the 5 teams that are in the top 20. Irvine Valley did receive some votes on the outside looking in. So 6 teams you could say in the top 25, top 30 in the state of California. Now Martinez has a breakaway. She is offsides. The flag comes up on the near side referee, Rudu Munoz. They play Golden West College this upcoming Friday. They're the number 8 team in the state of California. Following that, they take on Irvine Valley, who's not ranked but are receiving votes in the poll. Santiago Canyon, the 17th ranked team, and such a dominant team during the 2010s. They are the next match on Friday, October 10th. Orange Coast College currently ranked 20th. And there's a yellow card. Teams from the Orange Empire Conference, both Saddleback and Cypress College. So it gets a lot harder for the Dons in their cycle. Fullerton College was their last home match last year. That resulted in a 0-0 draw. Last time the Dons defeated Fullerton College was back in 2023 in October. They defeated them here on their home pitch. Long pass. Zuniga nears there for the Dons. Barnhart uses their body. Zuniga does get a touch inside the 18. And it's going to be a corner kick for the Dons on the near side. The Dons are 1-5-2 versus Fullerton the last 4 years. You go back to 2021. Zuniga takes this corner towards the top of the 18. Chavez plays it up in the air. Zuniga heads it down to Damien, lofts it up into the air, and it takes a one bounce right to Sperling, the keeper. No problem for her. Fullerton leads 1-0 on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Sperling sends it long. Ramos, first one to get a touch. Dons back in possession. Ahead for Bernal on the near side. She is onside. Crosses this in towards the 18. Diaz can't get there. Damien fights for it. Don slow things down. Player for Fullerton on the turf, but gets up. Zuniga has lots of space on the near side. Dumps it off for Bernal. Bernal now inside the 18. Wants to cross it, and the shot right to Sperling. 25th minute. Dons now have 3 shots on the afternoon. First shot on goal there by Bernal. Ramos, physical tackle there. De La Rosa maintains possession, sends it ahead, and Ramos is going to get this back for Santa Ana College. Chavez over to Marino. Ahead to Damien. Damien dumps it off for Bernal. 4 Dons up in the attack. We'll see what they can do here in this opportunity. Looks for an opening. Damien gets the ball off the ricochet. Sperling sends this long. Zuniga ends up with it. Zuniga takes a shot, thinking Sperling maybe not in position, but she's right there to block this one. Another shot on goal for the Dons, unfortunately right to the keeper. Ramos on the near side. Throw in for Fullerton. '27th minute of the first half. Fullerton has a 1-0 lead thanks to Pfefferkorn's goal, assisted by Laura Velez. Martinez comes away with it off the face of Vicky Diaz. Play still alive, and it's off the Dons to throw in for Fullerton College. So 2 substitutions set to come in for Fullerton College. Tina Cruz wearing number 9 and Kayla Burial wears number 30 for Fullerton. They both check in, and Samantha Hernandez comes in for Vicky Diaz. Diaz took the shot off the face. It looks like there's some blood that needs to be cleaned up before she returns to action. 27th minute. Martinez lets this one through, and it's a throw in for Fullerton on the near side. Cruz to Pfefferkorn. On the ground for Velez. She has the assist. Bernal plays it long for Martinez, and now Martinez has lots of space up in the attack for the Dons. Wants to center it. This one's going to be a Goal kick for Sperling. On the ground for Cruz. She's the one who recently substituted in. Ahead to De La Rosa. Munoz comes away with the interception. Munoz ahead to Hernandez. On the ground for Martinez. Martinez one-touch pass right to Fullerton. Fullerton does give away possession to the Dons. Ramos looks for Hernandez. Ravanis tackles the ball away. So far in the first half, as the Dons have been making more accurate passes and have been in possession longer, although it's Fullerton that leads 1-0. It'll be a throw-in for Fullerton on the far side. Both teams have had a few chances at goal. 2 shots thus far for Fullerton, 4 for Santa Ana College. Cruz has possession on the near side. Zuniga applies pressure and is a throw-in for the Dons after De La Rosa loses it. So there's a correction on the call. Steve Skilly says it's Don's ball. We all saw that there, but made an incorrect call and corrects himself quickly. Dons look for an opportunity in their attacking third. Fullerton takes it away. They've been stout defensively. The Dons do have 4 shots on goal, but you can argue only one of those was a very clean look. Fullerton looks to play keep away. Dons slowing down their pressure quite a bit here at the end of the first half. 30th minute of action. 15 minutes or so remain. Martinez wants to lay it off for Damien. Fullerton there to poke it away. Ravanis plays it out wide for Velez. Long through ball that goes out of bounds on the far side. It's a throw-in for the Santa Ana Dons. If you look up coming at the schedule for the Fullerton Hornets, they take on Cypress College on October 3rd. That's at home at least. They have back-to-back home matches. They host Cypress October 3rd, and on Tuesday, October 7th, they host Santiago Canyon before they have a road match at Golden West College on Friday, October 10th. That's their upcoming schedule. Cruz has possession, crosses midfield, plays it on the ground for De La Rosa. De La Rosa, back to Pfefferkorn. Pfefferkorn passes it ahead, and Frias comes offline to grab this one. Intended for Burial. Pfefferkorn gets the first touch. Bernal battles for possession. Hornets play it back. They're in their white kits, going from right to left. Dons in the red kits, left to right on your screen. Pfefferkorn on the ground for Martinez. Pfefferkorn now in that midfield position as she started the game at the attacker on the left side. Bit more action for her in the midfield as she tries to set up her teammates. Fullerton looks to extend their lead. Substitution set to come in. Raquel Enriquez. So Enriquez checks in for Bautista. Enriquez, a freshman. Don's applying good pressure. Pfefferkorn plays it back on the back line. Velez has possession on the far side as Fullerton switches fields. Osa takes it away. She shows off her good speed there. Both her and Ramos so pivotal for the Dons. A pass intended for Bernal. It's long. Sperling gets to this one. Handball called on the Hornets. Barrio plays this one long on the ground for Enriquez. Fullerton has a chance to counter. Right foot cross. Looks for a teammate. Don's first one to get a touch. Ramos gets it out of harm's way. Up ahead to Martinez. Martinez to Bernal. Bernal heavy touch. Out of bounds. Throw in for Fullerton College. Edie Pfefferkorn switches sides. Velez a through ball for De La Rosa. De La Rosa went from the left wing to the right wing in the Fullerton attack after the substitution that pulled in Henriquez for Bautista. Up ahead to Enriquez. Chavez clears it high into the air. Pfefferkorn with a nice move. Pass intended for Burial. Osa comes away with it, but it's going to be a throw-in for Fullerton on the far side. Deep in the corner on the far side off of Marino. It's going to be a corner kick for Fullerton, their first of the afternoon on the far side. We'll see what they have in their set piece. Fullerton leads 1-0 here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Next time you can catch the Dons at home will be this upcoming Tuesday, October 7th, as they take on Irvine Valley College. First Orange Empire Conference match for both these teams. Fullerton 2-5, Dons 0-2-4. On the ground for Velez. Plays it back for Prieto. Prieto left-footed cross. Martinez right there to poke it away, and Hernandez and the Dons look to counter. Hernandez to Bernal. Poked away by the Hornets. Bernal gets it back. Zuniga to Martinez. Barnhart sends this one long. Frias Sends this one wide to the far side for Inaosa. Inaosa, a young freshman from Magnolia High School, provided good energy for the Dons at that left wing back possession. It's the Dons throw-in. Before this throw-in, we'll have a substitution as Jasmine Rodriguez is set to come in. Freshman from Segerstrom High School, one of two players on the roster from Segerstrom. Both her and Alexis Chavez. Rodriguez comes in for Hernandez. Substitution in the 39th minute. Rodriguez comes up in the attack. Also in possession. Lays it off for Damien. Aaron pass by Ramos. And Viquez comes away with it for Fullerton College, and it's ahead to Burial. Burial secures possession on the ground for De La Rosa. Chavez now in a foot race with her, and it's ahead to Frias. She's able to send this one long. Strong defense there by Chavez to neutralize the attack. Throwing for Fullerton on the far side. Velez throws it in. One of the Fullerton players takes a tumble. That's De La Rosa. Jasmine Rodriguez throws it in for the Dons. Velez comes away with it and sends it forward. Looks for a teammate, Gisela De La Rosa. Ashley Marino there. Battles her. De La Rosa uses her speed to create some space. Here's a shot. It's north of the crossbar. Fullerton back in possession. Barnhart has the ball on the back line for the Hornets. And Aaron pass goes right to Bernal, and a chance for the Dons to counter. Bernal does have good speed. Lays it off for Rodriguez. She lets it go through for Martinez. Back to Martinez. Martinez puts on a shot right to Sperling. Another save there for the freshman keeper. Fifth shot of the afternoon for the Dons, third on goal. Hasn't resulted in a score, however. Fullerton leads 1-0. Final 5 minutes of action. We're in the 41st minute. Zuniga, through ball, intended for Rodriguez. This one leaks away. Sperling gathers. Off the Dons is throw-in for Fullerton College near the center line on the far side of the field. Thanks again for tuning in to Don Soccer here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. We'll check to see if there's any score updates from around the OEC. Irvine Valley and Orange Coast still scoreless right before half. Saddleback has a 1-0 lead over Golden West College in the 43rd minute now. And Santiago Canyon College tied up with Cypress 1-1 in the opening minutes of that first half. So those are the scores from around the Orange Empire Conference. Two ties, and Saddleback in the lead over Golden West. Dons throw it in. Hinojosa looks for Rodriguez. A whistle there by Steve Skilling. Bernal ahead of the pack for the Dons. pumps the brakes, waits for her team to join her. She has 3 Dons with her in the attack. Plays it back for Damien. Pressured by Barnhart. Hinaosa gets it now, and she sends a long pass. No one up in attack for the Dons. Sperling doesn't even bother grabbing this one. She looks to chew more time off the clock. Picks it up, sends it towards center field. To the middle for De La Rosa. She's sandwiched there by 2 Dons players. Burial ends up with possession in the attack. Marino goes down to the ground. On the ground for De La Rosa on the far side. Now towards the corner. Chavez comes to mark her. She wants to cross it in, and it's right to Frias, the keeper, and has no problem there. She scoops it off the ground. Rodriguez sends this long. No one there for the Dons. And that's the whistle marking the end of the first half. So Fullerton has a 1-0 lead over Santa Ana College. When we come back from this commercial break, we'll have some scores from around the 3C2A, as well as some first half statistics. My name is Noah Alvarez saying thanks for tuning in to Don Soccer here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Back here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel, just about ready for the second half of action. Visiting Fullerton Hornets lead 1-0. My name is Noah Alvarez. Some first half statistics. Dons out shooting Fullerton 5-2. The Dons have 3 shots on goal. Fullerton just has 1, but that lone one was off an assist by Laura Velez, and Edie Pfefferkorn was able to find the net for the lone goal of the first half of action. Fullerton keeper Kimmy Sperling has 3 saves. No saves yet for Ellie Frias, the keeper for the Dons. The Dons have had 2 corners. Fullerton only had 1. Fullerton's been the more aggressive team with 2 fouls and 1 yellow card on the afternoon. Let's go ahead and look up some scores from around the OEC. We mentioned the 3 other teams begin, or the 3 other matches in Orange Empire Conference play. Irvine Valley and Orange Coast College still scoreless as they begin the second half of action. Golden West trailing Saddleback at Saddleback College 2-0 as they begin the second half. And over at Cypress, the Chargers lead Santiago Canyon. Correction, things are tied up at Santiago Canyon. 1-1 is the score as they also get ready to begin the first half of action. So Santiago Canyon and Cypress tied. Saddleback has a 2-0 lead over Golden West. And Irvine Valley and Orange Coast still scoreless around the OEC. Fullerton goes from left to right on your field. Dons right to left on your screen. Dons in the red kits. Fullerton in their visiting whites. Fullerton led by 25th year head coach Pam Lewin, who had quite a bit of success during the tail end of the 2010s. She had back-to-back 3 straight seasons of 11 or more wins from 2017 to 2019. Didn't win conference during that period as Bernal gets a chance here deep into the territory. There's a little shove, no call as Sperling comes offline to grab the ball. If you look at most of the 2010s, conference was dominated by Santiago Canyon, who won the conference. And it's going to sound like a broken record, but they won the conference in 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Cypress was able to end that stretch by winning it in 2019. Chavez with an aggressive challenge. Gets the ball back for the Dons. A pass to Cassandra Ramos. With Cassandra Ramos and Amy Ramos both in the match. We'll make sure to notify you of their first names as well so you don't get confused. Bernal now cuts in from the right side inside the 18. Puts a shot right to Sperling. 2 shots early on in the afternoon in the second half. Both these teams currently on playoff droughts. The last time the Dons made the playoffs was in 2019. Fullerton last made the playoffs in 2022. Both teams only finished with 1 win last season. Fullerton has it along their back line. Dons have struggled against Fullerton College the past few years. 1-5-2 we mentioned in the first half. In the last 4 years, going back to 2021, the Dons only have 1 win, 5 losses, and 2 ties. Fullerton and Santa Ana College. Some would consider rivals, the 2 oldest community colleges in Orange County. In football, they play for the key to the county. They haven't played that one in quite some time, since 2021. A throw-in for Fullerton College on the near side as Diaz loses possession. Over the past few years, though, we've seen a lot of fun matches between Fullerton and Santa Ana College here on the pitch or on the basketball court, as well as on the diamond. Damien plays this on the ground for Cassandra Ramos. Poked away by Fullerton. Dons get it back. Inaosa. Left foot cross on the ground. Zuniga ends up with it, and the Dons switch fields. Munoz tracks it down. Bernal in possession. Towards the middle of the field, and it's Bautista who gets the ball back for Fullerton, using her body there. Munoz takes it away. Damien now on the near side for Inaosa. Out of bounds on Velez. A throw in for the Dons. Also wants to go quickly. Pass intended for Diaz. It's in the corner. Damien now towards the middle. Zuniga ricochets off of Pfefferkorn. Ramos in possession. Amy Ramos plays it back for Alexis Chavez. And the Dons are still searching for their second goal of the season. 0-2-4 on the year. Fullerton 2-5. Zuniga comes away with it with some space, takes a bump on the left side. It's going to be a goal kick. A physical challenge there by Cheyenne Rivanis. Rivanis takes it away for Fullerton. Sperling plays it on the ground to her center back. High up in the air to Prieto. Handball again on Prieto. That's the second time we've seen that this afternoon. Damien plays it on the ground quickly. Pfefferkorn takes it back. Edie Pfefferkorn, remember that name? She probably will finish with some sort of all-conference honors. Burial seems wounded. She has her hands on her knees towards midfield. Barnhart plays it back for her keeper. A dangerous pass as she doesn't get a clean boot on it. Diaz there up in the attack. Applies pressure. Fullerton remains in possession and lets this one get away. Amy Ramos up ahead to Bernal. On the far side, Bernal takes a churn. Physical play there by Cruz across. A cluster there of Don's players. Neither can get a shot on goal. This will be a goal kick coming up for Sperling. On the cross, it was both Emma Damien and Cassandra Ramos who were there, but not enough space between the two. Kick by the keeper goes right out of bounds, and it's a throw-in for the Dons. Diaz loses this one out of bounds. Another chance for a goal kick. Kimmy Sperling, one of 4 sophomores on the roster for Fullerton College. 4 sophomores, 18 freshmen for Fullerton. 18 freshmen and 1 sophomore for the Dons. Pass goes right out of bounds. A Dons throw in on the near side. Osa gets this one in quickly. Some substitutions set to come in for Fullerton College, 3 of them to be exact. Daisy Bautista set to come back in, as well as Mia Carrillo and Natalie Ramos. So 3 players who started the match. Burial, Enriquez, and Velez all check out. '52nd minute of action. Dons earn a throw-in on the near side. Diaz fights for possession on the near side. Munoz gets it to Amy Ramos. Ramos pushes forward from her right wing back position to the middle. For Cassandra Ramos, she takes a tumble. No whistle there by head referee Steve Skilly. Successful tackle by the center back, Cheyenne Rivanis. We've called her name a few times already. Dons still have it in their attacking third. This one's off Barnhart, spinning towards the back line. And it's going to be a corner kick on the far side for the Dons. A chance for a set piece. In the 53rd minute, Dons trail 1-0. Zuniga sends this one towards the top of the box. Chavez is the nearest there for the Dons. He chases this one as the Dons remain in possession. Zuniga, a second attempt as a cross. Diaz plays the first touch, and she's offsides. The flag comes up. Bob Mirko Davandi The referee on the far side makes the call. Center official today is Steve Skilly. Rudy Munoz on the near side. Right out of the gates here for the second half, the Dons come out and have been the aggressor. It's hard to replicate the team that is trailing at the end of, or coming out of halftime. The Dons have brought a different level of energy than we saw in the first half. We'll see if they can result in their second goal of the season. This one takes a high bounce towards the top of the 18, and Eli Frias in the purple uniform controls it. A 3 ball for Ramos, Natalie Ramos. So 3 Ramos is on the field. Also tries to get out of harm's way. Clears it with their left foot. Throw in for the Dons on the near side. Damien and the Dons look to play it quickly. There's an aggressive shove by Carrillo. 4th foul on the Fullerton Hornets this afternoon. Dons have still yet to pick up their first. Fullerton playing a physical brand of soccer. And it's opening day here in Orange Empire Conference. Zuniga sends this one towards the near post. A header in dangerous territory and cleared over the crossbar. Wow, what a chance there for the Dons. Edie Pfefferkorn heads up play to send this into the parking lot. It'll be a corner for the Dons on the near side. A very strong opportunity, and eventually, got to assume one of these opportunities in the second half is going to result in a goal. We'll see if they can sustain this. We're only in the 56th minute. If they can extend that for the remaining 30 minutes of the match. Right now they're out shooting the Hornets 7-2. Here's the corner from Zuniga. Fullerton gets ahead on it first. Edie Pfefferkorn sends it out wide for Batista on the near side. Hinojosa, closest defender. Now they switch fields over to De La Rosa. Isela De La Rosa on ball. Works against Amy Ramos. Now inside the 18. Put the shot with their right foot off the spill. Frias able to get to it. Impressive save there by the redshirt freshman from Orange High School. Looked like she didn't grab it cleanly on the initial save. However, cat-like reflexes allows it to get to her before anyone from Fullerton can get there. Damien now near midfield. Fullerton back into their attacking third. This shot too high of the intended target. A goal kick for coming up for Frias. Fullerton picks up their 4th shot on the afternoon. So both teams getting a few good looks already in the first half of action. Thanks again for tuning in to Don Soccer here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Cassandra Ramos has possession for the Dons. Falls to the turf. Off the ricochet, goes to Diane Bernal. Bernal for Munoz. Munoz plays it back for Hinaosa. The southpaw puts the left foot on in, and it goes right to the keeper, Sperling. Not sure if that was a shot or a cross. But no one there for her team. Throw in for the Dons on the far side of the field. Bernal Has some space now as she gets into the attacking third for the Dons. She has Vicky Diaz alongside her now, slows things down as she waits for more teammates to come help. Osa gets taken down to the ground, an aggressive tackle there by Daisy Bautista. Also looks to be in some pain. A very important player for the Dons this season. It does look like the trainer has to come out to attend to Hina Osa. And she's a freshman from Magnolia High School. Plays that left wingback position, and both wingbacks are often tasked to push up in the attack. And Osa, a natural left footer, naturally left-footed at that left wingback position, able to generate opportunities not only for herself, but for her teammates. We also mentioned, too, in the first half, probably, if not the fastest player, definitely in the top 3 fastest players on the Dons roster. Between her, Diane Bernal, Zuniga is also in that conversation. Osa walks off the field under her own power, and we'll see who comes in as a substitution. But a good sign to see her walking under her own power. So free kick for the Dons, about 35 yards out. Zuniga set up to take this one. We're seeing a lot more of her. Zuniga lofts this one towards the north of the crossbar. Sperling puts a hand on it, and it goes right to the keeper. Bernal had a chance after the initial save. What a kick there by Zuniga. She aimed for that crossbar. Sperling got a hand on it, and it went right to Bernal. Cassandra Ramos now in possession. An errant pass goes right to Edie Pfefferkorn. Fullerton hasn't remained in possession. That was much of the story in the first half as well. They do lead 1-0. Damien takes a tumble. And Fullerton very physical style of play. Check to see, too, if there's a score update from the men's soccer match as they take on the Fullerton men's team. Bernal has a chance inside the box and sends this one wide right. In the second half of action, the Fullerton men's team has a 1-0 lead over Santa Ana College. That's taking place at Hal Scherbeck Field. It's the opening day in Orange Empire Conference season for both the men's and women's sides of things. Amy Ramos in possession now for the Dons. Ramos finds Zuniga. A through ball for Ina Osa. Osa a bit timid that time. Good bump on Batista. She plays keep away and gets it ahead to her teammate Prieto. Marino there for the Dons. Plays it back to her center back mate, Chavez. Carrillo sends this ahead. Isela de la Rosa takes a touch. Corn races for possession. Has it for Fullerton College. She looks to play it back. Back to Rivanis. Now out wide to Mia Carrillo. Fullerton goes from left to right on your screen there in their visiting white kits. 2-5 on the season. Dons 0-2-4. Still looking for their first victory. Still looking for their second goal Their lone goal came at Compton College on the road. Cassandra Ramos cuts in now, lays it off for Vicky Diaz. Barnhart pokes it away, but Amy Ramos right there. Ramos, last one towards the goal, and it's controlled no problem by Kimmy Sperling. Keeper in the green uniform today for Fullerton. Fullerton has possession on the far side of the pitch. It's Ramos, Natalie Ramos, to take the turn. Up ahead to her teammate, De La Rosa. Amy Ramos fights for possession, and Ashley Marino takes it away. That back line has been very effective for the Dons this season. We mentioned outside of that game against Palomar, who had a much more experienced roster. They've only allowed 2, now 3 goals on the season. Throw in for Fullerton on the far side. Pfefferkorn switches fields out to Carrillo. Carrillo continues to press up. Damien applies pressure to her. Carrillo looks for a teammate. Cleared out of bounds, and it's a throw in for the Dons on the near side. Substitution set to come in for the Dons. Jasmine Rodriguez checks back in for Cassandra Ramos. Another throw in for the Dons on the near side. Off the side of Inaosa's foot. Up ahead, Diaz. Zuniga back to Amy Ramos. An aggressive challenge there. Draws a whistle from head referee Steve Skilly. Seventh foul on Fullerton this afternoon. 68th minute of action. Thanks again for tuning in to Don Soccer on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Amy Ramos sends this one towards the far post. Sperling has no chance. No problem with that one. Fullerton plays out wide for Isela De La Rosa. Fullerton hasn't been a team that wanted to use or goes wide in their attack. It's the Dons who have been more successful this afternoon, pushing the boundaries. We'll see what the Dons and the Hornets can do here. Carrillo sends this up ahead for Natalie Ramos. Ramos takes a bump from Chavez. It'll be a goal kick for Eli Frias. Strong defense there by Alexis Chavez. Still only 4 shots on the afternoon for Fullerton. In that first 10 minutes of the second half, they put up 2 quick ones. Had a really good look. Frias on her initial save nearly let it spill right to another Fullerton player, but she was able to pick it up right before the Fullerton player got a chance to score something off the volley. Since then, though, they've been relatively quiet. Isela De La Rosa takes a turn towards the near post. Wide right. There's another good look there for Fullerton. We just mentioned it. 5 shots in the afternoon. They're being outshot by the Dons 11-5. Out wide to Bernal, taken away by Pfefferkorn. She's been all over the pitch today for Fullerton College. You mentioned she's the player to watch for this afternoon. Now 2 goals and 2 assists on the season. After she scores in the 18th minute, Laura Velez gets the assist. Zuniga finds Diaz. Rodriguez now in possession. Looks for Bernal. The White Kids poke it away, and they're now in possession. Batista sends this forward, and Frias picks it up off the turf. That goal allowed by Frias in the first half is her first goal allowed on the season. It's her second start of the year. She started one of the scrimmages, suffered an injury, and Dons had to play a few different players out of position. Ashley Martinez got a start at the very beginning of the season, first game of the year, and Samantha Hernandez started the next 4 in goal. Natalie Ramos up ahead to her teammate. Amy Ramos beats her to the ball and clears it out of bounds for the Dons. Throw in for Fullerton College on the far side. Barnhart, after the throw-in, gets possession. Bernal takes it away from Fullerton. Bernal looks for Diaz, sends it towards the middle, and it's Mia Carrillo there. No one else there in attack. Inaosa takes this one away, right back for the Dons. Lots of space on the left side. Plays it off of Carrillo's foot. It'll be a throw-in for the Dons on the near side. Gets it into Diaz, sophomore. Plays it back for Damien, a one-touch pass to Zuniga. Zuniga puts a shot high, but Sperling able to grab it. Not high enough to get it away from the keeper. Now Fullerton. Isela de la Rosa. Over to Martinez. Martinez wanted to get it wide. Inaosa steps in front of this one. Diaz gets it back. Gives it right back now to Fullerton College. The energy has taken a step down from earlier in the second half. That's the question that we asked at the very beginning. The Dons came out guns blazing in the second half. They put up 4 shots in those first 10 minutes or so. And since then, the energy is dialed back a little bit. We're now in the 72nd minute of the second half. Dons still trail 1-0 on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. During the next break in the action, too, we'll see if there's any score updates from around the Orange Empire Conference. And it's opening day in the Orange Empire Conference this Tuesday afternoon. Throw in for the Dons on the near side. Orange Coast on the scoreboard. They lead Irvine Valley 1-0. 20 minutes left to go in that match. Saddleback leads Golden West 3-2 in the second half. And Santiago Canyon up 2-1 over Cypress College. That's on the road as well. Tough to beat Cypress at Cypress. They're the number 7th ranked team in the state of California. Damien gets it for the Dons. Dons go right to left on your screen. She looks for one of her teammates. It clanks off of Rodriguez. Not sure if it was intended for her or one of her other teammates making a run behind her. Zuniga comes away with it. Right-footed cross into the 18. Fullerton momentarily clears. Inaosa for Diaz. Throw in for the Dons on the near side. Dons get another throw in on the near side, further down. They keep inching their way closer towards the corner. Rodriguez fights for possession. Carrillo there to box her out. It'll be a goal kick. coming up for Sperling and the Hornets. We mentioned the score we last checked between the men's team. Fullerton still leads them 1-0 at Fullerton College. You can catch the men's team in action this Friday as they host Golden West College. It'll be their first home Orange Empire Conference match. Always a tough battle between them and the Rustlers. Diaz on the left side now. Off the foot of the Fullerton Hornets, and it's a corner kick for the Dons on the near side. Annie Zuniga to take this corner. Here it goes. Sperling gets her paws on it. Still in dangerous territory. Ramos lines one up, and it goes high up in the air. Sperling able to catch this one before the Dons can get another shot on goal. Another golden opportunity. However, the Dons unable to find the back of the net. Still looking for the equalizer here in the 76th minute. This one goes off Pfefferkorn. She seems a bit hobbly after that one. A dangerous back pass to their keeper. Diaz is the one applying pressure. You haven't seen that all game. Now Diaz gets it back right outside the 18. Diaz with their left foot. Left foot goes right to Sperling. For the Dons on the afternoon, that's their 13th shot, outshooting the Hornets, 13-5. Another chance potentially here, Escarillo in the defensive third. A bunch of Dons around her. Rodriguez now puts a shot up with her right. It's deflected by the Hornets. Ball continues to bounce around, pinballing inside the 18. It'll be a corner for the Dons. If you look at the Fullerton side, there's a few players absolutely gassed out on the field, so the Dons' endurance paying off at this moment. A few girls with their hands on their knees. Body language always something you can read, and now head referee Steve Skilly changes it from a corner to a goal kick. Mia Carrillo comes out, and Laura Velez checks back in. Also checking back in is Raquel Henriquez for Liliana Prieto. So the substitutions come in a golden moment. We mentioned how gassed the Fullerton players look on the pitch. Not a super warm day. Temperatures currently at 74 right now. It'll be a throw-in for the Dons in the near side. And the only goal of the match by Edie Pfefferkorn in the 18th minute, assisted by Laura Velez. That's the difference maker thus far. Dons hoping to start conference play out with a victory, or if anything, a draw. Final 12 minutes of action. We're in the 78th minute of the second half. Bernal with possession. Good dribbling there by the freshman. Cleared out of bounds by Fullerton on the pass. Throwing for the Dons on the far side. Samantha Hernandez to check in for Vicky Diaz. Sophomore comes out. Samantha Hernandez, we mentioned, played keeper. Started at keeper for 4 matches for the Dons this season. Did a pretty strong job. Only allowed 6 goals on the year. Made 17 saves in those 4 matches. Amy Ramos to throw it in. Another throw in for Amy Ramos on the far side. It'll be Fullerton ball after the whistle there by center official Steve Skilly. More score updates. Things are tied at Saddleback. Golden West has battled back. They were trailing 2-0. It's now tied at 3. And Santiago Canyon has a 3-1 lead over Cypress College at Cypress. Orange Coast College still leads 1-0 over Irvine Valley. Samantha Hernandez now on ball for the Dons. Dribbles in the middle. Pushing out right. Gets it ahead to Zuniga. Off the ricochet goes to Bernal. Bernal now dribbles through some traffic. Again, the body's there for Fullerton. Very physical team. So it'll be Don's ball after Enriquez was called offsides. You don't usually see that called unless he touches the ball. The flag came up here on the near side by Rudy Munoz. Osa plays this one long on the near side. Dons are asking for a handball. Skilly says continue to play. Poked out of bounds by Velez, and it'll be a throw in here for the Dons on the near side. '81st minute, final 10 minutes of action here from Santa Ana College. It'll be a corner for the Dons on the near side. Third corner of the second half. 15 shots on the afternoon. One of these are bound to fall for the Dons. 9 of them in goal, on goal. Annie Zuniga, once again. This one towards the far post. Fullerton gets the first header on it, high up into the air. Sperling leaps over one of her own teammates and secures it for Fullerton College. Nice play there by the sophomore. Now Fullerton looks to counter. First we're seeing of Rivanis up in attack. A pass wide. It's a throw in for Fullerton College on the near side. It ricocheted off of one of the Dons. Laura Velez to throw it in. No rush here for the Fullerton Hornets as they look to chew off as much time as they can. Sent forward, Chavez. The first one there, Enriquez. Closest Hornet there. 2 players crowded in the box for the Dons. Enriquez gets a shot off goal, and Frias plays it off the bounce. Mark that as a save for the keeper. Second save of the afternoon. Hasn't had a whole lot of opportunities. Don's back line has been really strong. Hernandez looks to get around Velez, and it's a throw in for the Dons on the near side. Cleat came off of one of Hernandez's foot. Don't see that too often. 83rd minute, also to throw it in. Throw in for Fullerton College. And Batista, a shove on Hina Osa, draws another whistle. To be a free kick for Fullerton College. Thought it was going to be on Batista. She's the one who shoved Hina Osa to the ground, but Skilly says it's a foul on Santa Ana. Their first foul of the afternoon. Fullerton has 7. Natalie Ramos to take this one. Sends it towards the far post. Pfefferkorn puts a shot on goal, and Frias sends it away. It'll be a corner on the far side. Frias had to lay out full extension on that one. A strong and accurate pass from Natalie Ramos. Now Natalie Ramos heads over to the far side corner. 85th minute of action here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Dons trail 1-0. That lone goal by Fullerton came in the 18th minute. Dons still look for the equalizer. The energy has died off here in the final 2 or 3 minutes or so. Fullerton in possession towards the middle of the 18. Dons are the first one to get a header on in, and this one lofted past the far post. A goal kick coming up for Eli Frias. Off of Marino, a throw in for the Dons, or for Fullerton on the near side. Pfefferkorn plays it back for Barnhart. Damien takes it away for the Dons. For Bernal. Bernal. Some strong dribbling as she plays it for Hernandez. Hernandez can't secure possession, and it's Gisela de la Rosa, one of the 4 sophomores, who clears it. Hinaosa to throw it in for the Dons. A substitution set to come in. Cassandra Ramos back in for Jasmine Rodriguez. Bernal goes to the striker position. Ramos goes out to the right winger. Throw in for Fullerton. Bernal gets it off the ricochet. Only so many more opportunities for the Dons. Emma Damien now has it with the left foot. Pass deflected off the Hornets. Damien back in possession here on the left side, and it's cleared by Pfefferkorn. And it'll be a corner for the Dons on the near side. 87th minute. Final 3 minutes and change here for the Dons. Zuniga set to take this one on the near side. Low line drive, and Fullerton, first one to get a touch on it. Zuniga sets herself up high and off the side of her foot. Amy Ramos races for it. Dons back in possession. Ramos churns, throwing for the Dons on the far side. Ramos to Bernal. Position deep in the corner. Sends this on the ground. It goes out of bounds off the Dons. It's a goal kick for Sperling. Sperling sends this to the far side off one of her teammates, and it'll be a throw-in for the Dons. Cassandra Ramos to take the throw-in off of Bernal, and it's right back to the Hornets. 88th minute here at Santa Ana College. Dons trail 1-0 to Fullerton College. Natalie Ramos in possession for Fullerton. They head from left to right on your screen. And now their errant pass. Fullerton hasn't been very accurate in the passing category this afternoon. However, it doesn't matter. They still lead 1-0. A chance for Hinaosa now inside the 18, taken out by De La Rosa. A clean tackle, says head referee Steve Skilly. De La Rosa now going to take her time. The veteran move off the Dons, and it's a throw-in for White. We mentioned that Fullerton has 4 sophomores on the roster, one of them being Gisela de la Rosa. Called her name a few times. She was up in the attack for much of the match. Comes back to play center back here late in this one to secure a victory for the Fullerton Hornets. Marino throws it in quickly. Looks for her teammate Inaosa. Both two players take a tumble, Damien and Enriquez. At least 1 minute of stoppage time. We're in the 89th minute. The Dons running out of opportunities. Barnhart blasts this one towards the far post inside the 18. Enriquez right there. Deflected by one of the Dons. Bernal heads it forward, finds Cassandra Ramos. Ramos pumps the brakes, plays it up ahead for Hernandez. Good defense there by De La Rosa to poke it away. Another strong challenge there, Batista and Inaosa. We've seen them two battle back and forth. Batista has the size advantage. Inaosa, much smaller, stands at 5'2". Batista at 5'7". Damien gets possession for the Dons, poked away. Zuniga now with it, towards the middle. On the ground, it goes right to Sperling. That might be the last opportunity for the Dons if Fullerton can play keep away. Only 1 minute of stoppage time was given, says center official Steve Skilly. Chavez, we haven't called their name a whole lot. She keeps it away from the Hornets. Cassandra Ramos gets it back for the Dons. Lays it off for Bernal. Bernal dribbles past a few defenders, now on the left side, inside the 18. Puts it on her right foot, a shot! And it's off of Sperling, near post. No one goes for the ricochet as Sperling chews off a few more seconds before she picks it up. What a save there by the keeper. Here in the 90th minute, stoppage time. And Ravanis hopes to put this one away on the counter. On the far side. And there's the final whistle. So after 90 minutes, Fullerton comes away with their 3rd victory of the season. They advance to 1-0 in Orange Empire Conference play. The Dons advance to 0-3-4. They're 0-1 to begin Orange Empire Conference play. And for Sal and Cammie Lewis, who helped out with the broadcast today, my name is Noah Alvarez saying thanks for tuning in to Don Soccer. You can catch the men's team in action this Friday, October 3rd, as they take on Golden West College. And the next time you can catch the women in action will be this upcoming Tuesday, a week from today, as they host Irvine Valley College. Kickoff set at 3 p.m. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next time.